In episode 71, iPiffle on the interrelationship between our bodies and our minds. So then, if I exist in the physical sense, then it is both my body and my mind together that makes me who I am and gives me individualism. Although it is my body which gives me my own unique look, it is my mind in conjunction with my physical makeup, which is the most important attribute in determining my lot in life. If I were to lose a leg in an accident and was fitted with an artificial one, the essence of who I am would remain essentially the same. If at some point in the future I were to undergo a heart transplant, I would still be who I am. I would just have another person's heart beating inside my chest. These things would influence my mind to be sure, but I would still have all the same thoughts and memories as before. I would have to cope and adapt to my new body parts, but my core being would remain the same. However, what if science had advanced to the point whereby after a tragic accident, I had been declared brain dead and another person's brain was transplanted into my otherwise healthy body? Who would I be then? Family and friends would still recognize me in the physical sense, but I would have all the thoughts and memories of someone else. The very essence of what made me who I am would be lost forever. And to all those people who previously knew me, to them I would be dead, and yet my body would live on as a part of someone else's consciousness. This other person's brain would have all the same memories and feelings as before the transplant, but when this individual looks into the mirror, someone else's image will stare back at them, mine. Our physical makeup can impact our lives in countless ways, but it is our minds which must process it all and deal with the circumstances of our lives. It is our minds that must cope with the realities of life. It is our minds and memories that make us who we are. Alzheimer's is a terrible affliction. It robs people of their minds and memories. People with Alzheimer's are no longer able to function rationally and need constant care and supervision. Their memories fade away, and eventually they are unable to even recognize members of their own family. It is both sad and confusing to see a loved one who is in the throes of this disease. They might look the same physically, but mentally the person you once knew is gone now. Your loved one's mind views the world differently. Their reality has been altered, and so, in a sense, they are no longer living a wholly conscious existence. On a more mundane level, you might think back to a time when your spouse told you, "I will always love you." What your spouse should have said was, "I will always love you unless or until something in my mind changes the way I feel about you." Maybe at some point you will fall out of love. This happens frequently to couples over time. Perhaps your mind will fade away along with your memories. It is said that time eventually heals all emotional wounds. This is true only because memories fade with the passing of time and your recollections become less clear. For one reason or another, the way you feel at any given moment about someone is bound to become transformed with time. Even if we believe that man's existence is real, we must also consider that the inner workings of men's minds and their perceived realities are all so very different. Also, there is very little doubt that our own individual cognitive thought processes are continually undergoing changes as we move through life and process new thoughts and experiences. Therefore, existence is something which is impossible to substantiate or measure in terms of reality. And the same can be said of God and whether we will exist in some form after our death. This is also unknown to us, and they're both a matter of faith. Thank you for listening. I hope you will join me in my next video.